welcome to another episode of Threes of Charms podcast. My name's Kanaya, and I have with me here today my lovely co host.
Destiny.
Nikki.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in again. And yeah, so what has everyone been up to since our
So
last episode?
I'm trying to get fit.
Fit.
hmm
Okay.
Gym. Well, I've always gone to the gym, but like now I'm trying to be super on point. No more Doritos for me. No more candy. No more ice cream. No more alcohol.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I need
It's
to
a
get
plan.
serious. No, I need to get like actually like serious. I'm trying to go 5 days a week. 10K steps a day.
Okay.
Protein, fiber, and hopefully by the end of the year, 10 to like 12 pounds lighter.
Nice.
Okay.
I need to get with
okay,
you.
girls.
I
Okay,
need to do
discipline.
the opposite. I need to gain. So I need to get some protein powder, lose the fiber. Lose the fiber. Maybe not go to the gym 5 days a week, Maybe like twice, 3 times a week.
Nah,
I feel like I do the reverse. Like, I've had so many different body transformations. I know literally everyone is like tired of me. Like, I looked at a picture from last year because last year I was like, oh my God, I need to lose weight. But I was actually skinny as hell. So now this year, I'm like, I need to lose weight. But everyone's like, are you mentally ill? And I'm like, maybe. So, yeah.
It's crazy how we be for real. It be like that.
Nah, body
Body
dysmorphia
changes.
is a bitch.
For sure. I used to be in the gym a lot. Like before I moved to New York, I used to be in the gym like every day for real. And then once moving here, I'm like, it slowed down a little bit, but I feel like I get my 10K steps in just walking around New York for going to work. But that's good.
You can
That's
get your
good.
steps
That's
in.
good.
Yeah,
Trying to
that
be like
is.
you.
How about
For me,
you?
I've just been busy with school. Finishing up this semester. We just had midterms. But yeah, really just trying to not get sick because the weather's still bipolar.
I just got my flu shot.
Oh, you actually get your flu shot? Yeah, I don't.
I don't.
It helps. Like, I used to be against it. Like, when I was, well, not even me being against it, my mom would be telling me not to get a flu shot.
I've got it a couple times.
But I started, I feel like it helps me.
It helps me.
A little
mean,
boost.
I take the other vaccines, but I don't know. I've never taken the flu because my grandma had a bad reaction to it, so my family just opted
Out of it.
yeah,
That's
of taking
fair.
it. But
Yeah.
hey, I feel like I feel like I done had the flu though. But
Oh no, I usually get the flu. It's crazy. Like every time around New Year's for the past last year I was sick. Well, this year I was sick, but other than that, I usually get the flu around New Year's. So like 3 years in a row, I had the flu on New Year's, and I'm like,
yeah, I've been getting sick.
maybe
in
I should
December.
get it. But
For
I have got the flu shot before, but
Also, I can't relate. The most I get is like a little like cough. But like the only time I really get sick in the winter is when I go home because I'm allergic to dogs and I'm allergic to my dog.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I get like being around my dog induces like my asthma / bronchitis. So I fighting for my life. But I don't think I'm gonna go home. So I'm gonna be
have that
healthy.
problem.
yeah,
No, but it's like you can get sick easy in New York. People be on the train just
Hacking and
exactly,
coughing.
mouth
it's a
all the way open,
very
especially kids.
nasty place.
I thought we learned during COVID to cover your mouth when you cough. Like it's nuts.
No.
Your mouth wide open and you coughing
Yeah.
like that.
No, no.
And I give people
or
dirty
no,
looks. I don't care.
No, for real.
I be rolling
Like,
my eyes.
Like you over there really for real coughing on this train, and we all over
right.
there.
We congested already. Like we already
Exactly.
too.
Now when it's me,
Fuck.
I'm like, oh look, I'm not sick.
When it's me, I'm gonna do a little like in your arm, but it's like, I mean, if you got a cough, you got a cough. Like,
yeah.
But still,
if
you
you
don't need to
open
be just
your
not
mouth.
covering your mouth. Yeah. Okay, so y'all share what y'all been up to. Nice. What have I been up to? I was telling y'all I saw Busta Rhymes last weekend. It's pretty interesting though. Like I saw him and like nobody was really moved. Like I was like, okay.
You were?
I was just like, oh, like it's Busta Rhymes, but like everybody else was just like,
Was was it like a surprise appearance or?
I don't know if it was planned. So we went there after someone's like birthday dinner, one of my friends' birthday dinner. So we were like there, like behind like the DJ thing, and like I saw him come up, and then everybody was just like, you didn't even, like, you couldn't even tell that he entered the room. Like nobody
I
Did they
mean,
reacted.
for
introduce?
Which,
people our age, like Buster Rhymes were like,
well, I mean, it's older. It was
oh,
an
it was
older. It
older
was kind
people
of
in
an
there.
older crowd. Like it wasn't
Wow.
like young people.
They were
like
probably
they weren't
tired.
our age, but
They were tired.
yeah,
Damn.
it's just pretty interesting. I
Did they
think New-
introduce him?
No, they didn't. But he had like, I think he's promoting. I don't know if it's an album. I'm not sure what it was, but they had like signs and stuff in there and like people behind him and stuff. So I don't know. I think New York, once you stay here, it's like okay, like you run into people or like
Yeah,
you
you
see
like,
people and like people just think
it's
it's like
normal.
normalized
Mhm.
in a sense.
I saw Method Man like in the summer.
Mhm.
I was losing my mind.
would have too.
Like,
Now that is a man.
that is a man, a black king right there.
For sure. So yeah, other than that, same old, but yeah, let's get into it. So, the year, like we said, is flying by, and the NFL season has been going by really quick as well. I know we're halfway or over halfway through the season,
18.
so let's get into some storylines. So, what's our thoughts on some of the teams right now and performances?
My Bengals suck. And the thing that's sick about it, like when we started like the thing, I was like, oh, like defensive player of the year. First of all,
Ivan.
Trey Hendrickson is having a defensive player of the year type season. He's leading the league in sacks right now. Joe Burrow looks fucking amazing. Jamar Chase looks amazing. But we're 4-6. Our owner is still broke as hell. The trade deadline passed and we made no moves.
Who was there to get, or like what position do you think that the team still needs?
Defense. Our defense is literally trash.
Mhm.
And at the trade deadline, we got a running back from the Bears,
Oh,
Isn't it?
Khalil Herbert or something
yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
And the thing that's crazy about that was the third move we've made at the trade deadline in like 40 years. Like they do not trade
Right.
at the deadline
Mhm.
because for whatever reason they think these 6th, 7th round picks we got
Mhm.
are going
Do
to
something.
amount to anything, and they don't.
Right.
The ownership is very stubborn, and they like, I feel like very complacent. Like I feel like they're wasting Joe Burrow's like talent and his prime. T. Higgins has been out and not playing. Yeah, the season is cooked. I keep saying I hope we can make a run, and every time we get to the point where we can get to 500, we get
loss.
humiliated
Mhm.
on prime time television.
Prime time.
What else can I say? Yeah, we're done.
That's why I think them always saying like, "Oh, we get off to a slow start," and it's like, okay, like you can keep saying that, but it's like, at what point do you get off to a good start and then continue it? Because like a slow start does not help you build like momentum. Like
Momentum.
you're behind now.
Exactly. you
But
got
this is
preseason.
the slowest start we've ever gotten to.
But
That's
aren't
why
y'all
you
usually
can't
have
get
a
this
slow
in your mind. Like, oh, we're gonna get it together. We can
Mhm.
start off slow. Like, no, you need to come into the season prepared full throttle. Because I mean, teams are only getting better, and if you're just kind of
Like every team in our division made a move. The Steelers made a move. The Ravens made a move. I mean, the Browns are pretty much cooked, so they are irrelevant.
yeah.
But like even the Chiefs were undefeated and still made a move. Like I made a tweet and like all these like Bengals like people and like Cincinnati people found me on Twitter after I made it, but I was like at the time I was like the Chiefs are 7-0 and the Bengals are sitting around with their fingers in their ass basically.
I'm weak.
Cuz it's true.
I mean, they are. Because, like, for the
Like-
Chiefs, like, they're having a good start, but it still be like, okay, we need more. Because they did need more. To say
Mhm.
that and get more, like, DeAndre Hopkins,
Like our team is literally pathetic, and being a Bengals fan
I mean, y'all came in hot
is like a
this season.
is like a weekly humiliation ritual. It's like a humiliation kink because I'm like, oh my God, like we have a chance and then the game is over and I'm like, why the fuck am I a fan of this team?
I'm
That's how I
weak.
feel about the Patriots. Like I don't even watch the games like that anymore because I already know what the outcome.
I feel like y'all have a good quarterback though. It's gonna be the ebbs and flows. It's gonna be a hard couple of
We
years for
do.
y'all, but I
It's
feel like
been a
he's
hard couple of years. We
good.
haven't made the right decisions when picking up players. Like it hasn't been a stable enough team for the Patriots to continue the legacy that they've had. Like even with like letting go or Bill Belichick leaving, like there hasn't been any changes like with playing schemes or like who they're playing. But I feel like they ultimately have to build a team around Drake. Like they have to give him the offense. They have to give him the defense because right now both sides suck. Like
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, but I feel like he's had some promising things over the last couple weeks, and I feel like having a quarterback that, like you said, you can build around. That's pretty much the cornerstone. Like, if you have that, I feel like everything else can fall into place. But if you don't have that, then you're having an offensive line for what, a sucky quarterback. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You have good wide receivers, you don't have a quarterback to like throw them the ball. So, but no, I get it though. I get it.
I'm considering finding a new team.
Yeah, my Steelers are doing pretty good. We're 6-2. I know for me, I wasn't really when they said, "Oh, they're gonna basically bring Justin Fields off the bench." I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't really understand the move, but I mean, Russ came in. He's played good. I mean, yeah. So
I like Justin Fields as quarterback. He's a part of my fantasy team, so I mean he was keeping me points. So with him on the bench, like he even like owned up to it. Like he felt like if I was
playing
up to the
it wouldn't even be a question.
Standards of exactly the standards of the head coach, like it wouldn't be a question. Like but I feel like he is really good. But I feel like since Russ is the vet, like they have to play him.
Yeah. So. And he's probably making he is making a lot of money too. So
to
put that on the
Russ,
bench. Yeah.
To put him
y'all
on
see,
the bench.
Y'all see that they're ranked. The Wilson family is like ranked like one of the richest families in the world.
Wait, what of the Steelers?
No,
the
Russell
Broncos.
Wilson and no,
Oh,
Russell Wilson and Sierra.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
no, that
family
makes
is
sense though. Yeah,
like something $1 million like net worth.
I mean, they got it. Like they're like a really cute family. Like I love like seeing their posts.
Yeah, no, they're really cute. But yeah. So we have the Commanders. They've been going crazy. Jaden Daniels. I think I had him as my rookie of the year, I think. But he's been playing really good.
Yeah.
No, he looks great. The Commanders it's so funny because like they've been like kind of like average for so long, but like now people are saying they're like a trade destination. They just got Marshawn Lattimore from the Saints.
Yeah.
And like they're in like a perfect like window. It's kind of like when we first got Joe Burrow, like your quarterback is on a rookie deal, so you go and like get as many pieces as you can.
That window, and before they start asking for that bag.
Right. Yeah. So they're like really good. I think Magic Johnson is part of their ownership group. So like he really helped and turned them around. Yeah. I still think the Commanders is such a trash name for a team, but it's between them and the Cleveland Guardians, like in the MLB is like
for their
I don't like Commanders either, but like you said, I think like having a good ownership group too, because they needed a shift in like the franchise just identity and what they were doing because it was a mess. So now they got it turned around, got good players, good quarterback in, and the players that were already there that were good. Now they can just showcase that. So,
how many teams are? What's their record? They're 7-2, right?
They're 6. No, they're 7-2. Yeah.
How many teams are?
The Ravens are 7-3 too. And talking about the Ravens, do y'all think Lamar can like win the MVP this season?
I feel like he's like the front runner for the MVP.
Hey, if it was possible for Jaden Daniels to win Rookie of the Year and MVP, that'd be something. But Lamar definitely is
playing out of his mind.
Yeah,
because he's got like 2 interceptions, I think. Yeah, and that's crazy.
Especially if his numbers are better than last year, because I feel like last year MVP race, like I feel like nobody was really,
Really good.
like, oh my God,
Yeah,
like,
like,
he's the best, but like his numbers are even better than last year. So
Yeah.
like I wouldn't be surprised if he won. But speaking of numbers, I think it's so like interesting how like Patrick Mahomes has been playing like not really that good, but they're
Yeah, they still
undefeated.
winning. They're still winning.
Their
Mr.
defense
Make
is
a
Because
way.
crazy good
exactly.
though.
And
No,
that's
they
how you
are.
win games. Like
Mhm.
8-0, it's crazy.
But it's like even when you're like, damn, like the Chiefs about to lose,
They always
they
come
find like
back.
there's some dark magic. Somebody sold their soul. I don't
Exactly.
know what.
we literally said that like first episode, they're gonna repeat.
Oh yeah, I thought they
Three-peat?
could. Yeah.
Because it's like they're playing like this now in the undefeated. Like I don't know.
And they honestly don't even have all their players. Like the top players that they thought for wide receiver, like Hollywood Brown. I was like, okay, like I was high on him. Rasheed Rice
Is
out for the season pretty
Pacheco
much. Maybe.
is out.
Oh yeah, Pacheco
But
too
they
hasn't
said,
been.
they said he might come back.
No, I think his injury wasn't season
Yeah.
ending. I think he'd just be out probably till
No, but it's
like
been a lot of
December.
injuries though. Like in general in the NFL, like
Not has been.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, they could 3-peat. It's like, I feel like the Ravens have a good chance, but I'm like, if they go against the Chiefs, I fear I have to. Well, first of all, I'm rooting against the Ravens, period, just off principle that they're a division rival. But like, if they play against the Chiefs again for the AF Championship game, I'm like leaning towards Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs again, because like the Ravens are good, but like
I just
their
don't trust their
passing defense
That's what I was about to say. I
is
don't trust their
Yeah.
defense.
trash, and they're
Yeah.
paying a lot for their defense.
No,
like
they are.
so many quarterbacks are like throwing like hell. Like Joe Burrow had like damn near 400 yards on Thursday.
Mhm.
So
he doing his
Yeah.
thing over
No,
there.
he is. So I feel like that'll be an interesting like matchup to see when it comes down to the wire.
I would say, and I also, just because their defense is so good, even though the quarterback plays average, I feel like the Steelers could low key maybe beat the Ravens.
Mhm.
It's a possibility.
Just
but
off the
with Russell,
defense. Just off the
Okay,
defense.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
just
I was
off
about to say
the
with Russell
defense, I
Fields.
feel like they could beat them. And they
I mean, our defense isn't that bad either.
no, the Steelers defense is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And they already beat them. So like I think I forget how like the divisional wins and stuff work, but like I know they're like technically like a game above the Ravens because they beat them.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. Lamar will probably win MVP.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad.
I
I
wouldn't
wish
care.
the Bengals were good, because if the Bengals were actually good, I feel like Joe Burrow would actually be in contention as well for the MVP. But we're 4-6.
Think so?
Joe Burrow, like the best passer ratings, everything in the NFL is literally Lamar and Joe Burrow,
That
and
is true.
Jaden Daniels too. So like,
Yeah, if Lamar wasn't in the race, I think Jaden Daniels. He'd
That's
have
what
a
I'm saying.
good,
Like
he-
Jaden Daniels,
He'll
if
have
he
a
do
good
both,
case.
rookie
Yeah.
That would be
and
nice,
MVP.
but
Woo.
Lamar, like
Yeah,
you said,
Lamar
he
has
going
to
crazy.
get. He has
so.
to.
And then speaking of a lot of injuries, I know Dak. They were saying he may be out for a good amount of time. So I don't know. I feel like the Cowboys, they're just really in a rut. Because
Yeah.
even at the deadline, like they made a trade, but it's like if you don't have a quarterback, then why like
yeah,
to make a trade and give up picks? It's just like keep the picks
They
and
should've
maybe go into
traded some players.
Yeah.
away.
They didn't
Yeah.
play it safe.
This is like
It just-
controversial, but at the trade deadline, I low key felt like or even before the trade deadline in the offseason, but especially at the trade deadline, I feel like we should have traded T just to get
Higgins.
something for him, because if we can't pay him in the offseason,
He's
he's
walking
gonna
for
leave
free.
for nothing. So
Right.
like, and he hasn't even been playing
True.
in our primetime games where we even need him. So it's
Right.
like, I feel like we should have traded him, not gonna lie, but I'm happy he's still there. But like,
Is it a
Yeah, that's-
hamstring tendon tore off his bone? That's his
Yeah.
injury.
Dak,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He.
And even if he goes on
Yeah.
IR, like that's 4 games. We only have about
Yeah, it's already
like,
week 10.
Yeah.
it's 8 games. Is
Yeah.
it? No, 7 games. It's not.
I think it's week 8. It goes to 18, I think.
Oh, it
for the
is? Or-
playoffs, yeah.
Oh, true.
So
Then yeah,
I don't know what they got going on over there. So
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's gone.
That's pretty
Who else?
interesting.
The Vikings. We
Oh
had
yeah.
Sam Darnold is
Oh yeah.
playing good. Look what you can do when you're not on the Jets.
Or the Panthers.
or the Panthers.
But isn't his contract gonna be up soon? So I mean,
Well,
where do y'all think?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Where do y'all think he could go to? 'Cause I mean, he's
Um,
free agent next year, right?
I feel like they should keep him because, like,
Yep.
low key, he got thrusted into the starting
yeah.
Yeah.
spot because their quarterback got injured. But like, I feel like they should retain him. Like, he literally looks like very. There was like a point where people were saying like he could even be
MVP.
the MVP. So like, I feel like they should keep him. As long as you have Justin Jefferson, I guess it doesn't matter.
And they
Who's
picked
the
up. They
quarterback?
picked up
And plus, I
someone
think
else too,
it's
right?
harder right now. Just looking at like all the other like young quarterbacks around the league, like if you're not willing to go through those, growing pains with them, if you're not willing to develop and you're in a win now, I don't think drafting a quarterback is gonna
Is
be the best
good.
thing.
Mm-mm.
Like you
Yeah,
have a veteran, he's proven. Like
There was like rumors that they were gonna try to get Matt Stafford like a few weeks ago, and I was like, why would y'all, like, he's playing good, like, why would y'all trade him for Matt Stafford? I mean, the trade deadline passed, so it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen, but like, I was seeing that and I was like, that's kind of
and Matt
weird. But
Stafford had been hurt, I think.
it could have been fake news. Like, there's a lot of like verified accounts on Twitter getting a lot of
Mhm.
likes and retweets
Mhm.
spewing false information, so that could have
Right.
honestly been fake.
No, yeah, that's true. So,
And
and I was
then-
worried about them though, because Kirk Cousins left and he had a good year with them. So I'm like,
Mhm.
how is this gonna work? But it played out good for them. But
Yeah, what's it called? I was like, I put like the Anthony
oh yeah,
Richardson thing, how he
Mhm.
like took himself out of the game.
Oh yeah.
and he's benched now.
They said they said you cannot be a leader if you were putting.
Well, the
taking
thing
yourself
is
out.
too, like if you go on the podium and they say, "Why did you tap yourself out of the game?" You said, "Well, I'm just tired." Like what?
Like, what are you doing? If you're trying to play at the highest
And
level,
I think
you
they were
ain't
on like a third down too, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And it's like their hopes are not like it's not like
Good.
they're just like, oh, okay, like the season's over. They have a chance still, but you're doing that and you're not already playing good. That
Exactly.
just don't look good.
Yeah.
And then
But-
they put Bryce Young is back
Mhm.
starting for the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had to have a little mental.
I just-
But they just fleeced the Cowboys, so like they could probably
Do
build
nothing.
off of that.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought you just meant like in this season. I'm gonna say they're not doing nothing in this
Oh,
season.
Oh,
not
no.
this
Now,
season,
as a
but like
team-
Because they got
yeah.
like picks and stuff back, like
Mhm.
higher picks than
Mhm.
That's why I said the
So-
Cowboys. Like, what are you doing?
They could do something. Bryce Young is still, I guess
still
the
gotta
verdict
grow.
is still out on him.
yeah.
So
So what do y'all think, since we're talking about like younger quarterbacks, do you think like do you believe in like starting them immediately? Do you believe in letting them like play behind a veteran? Like what do y'all think about that? Because I feel like that's
depends
come
on
up
the
a lot.
team. Like it depends on the team. Like some people can come on a team and work out. Like CJ Stroud, he was fine. Or you have other people like Drake or someone else like who may struggle or so I think like it depends. But for me, I think they do need that development. Like they do need that development because it isn't easy to go straight into the NFL. Like you have all these veteran players on your team, and then you come into this position as a quarterback, which is like the leader, and you're
Especially-
coming from college.
Yeah, and I would say
Mhm.
especially for college players, like most people they're there 3 years, but it's like how many years are you actually starting? Because
Right.
usually there's already a quarterback that's there, so maybe you have to
Mhm.
back them up 1 year, so you're really only getting 2 years to play. And it's like with Anthony Richardson, I think that was the biggest thing for me. He didn't have enough playing
that much
experience.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I feel
So-
like they're, and it's like good, like overall, but like I feel like they're because like how do I phrase this? Like at first people were like, okay, oh, like black players can't play like the quarterback position, da 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 da.
Mhm.
So like now I feel like everybody is like chasing that like super athletic black quarterback. So they took a gamble
Mhm.
on him, but like he damn near setting them back
Not for real.
again with
Yeah.
the
I
think
way
that's-
he's playing.
That's how recruiting is
Yeah.
in general. I feel like if a player is also like they can be skillful, but if they're more marketable than they are skillful, they're gonna, they're
Yeah,
gonna
like,
take
take
their
a
risk. Like they're
chance.
But
gonna
I still
take
feel
their
like
risk.
he has some development gaps that's there with him. Like I said, he didn't get much playing, and then it's like, okay, well, his first year, yeah, he played, he got hurt, but then it's like he still didn't play enough,
Mhm.
and then now he's coming back in to play, but it's like we
And the
haven't seen
way
any.
they're trying to play him like he's Cam Newton or something, and it's like I don't know, you have to play like a player also like to their strengths as
Exactly. Like,
well.
don't put them in the predicament
That's right.
to fail when you
Yeah.
know they're already trying to fill somebody else's shoes. Like, that's not
Mhm.
it's not an easy step to take. So
Right.
they do need some type of training, like for quarterbacks, these rookies. Like,
And get a good offensive scheme because like
yes,
even when Josh Allen, like for example, first came into the league, like
Mhm.
people were like he's like a glorified like running back.
yeah,
But like over time he got better at like passing.
Mhm.
They put like a good offensive scheme around him. So now
It
he's like
works.
better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it just depends. And it's like even for like the Bears, for example, like I feel like they're going through like the repeat cycle that they do. Like they draft a quarterback high, they fire the coaches, the
Mhm.
offensive scheme, and then they're like, you know what? Actually, it's your fault. Let's draft another quarterback and
Right.
do it all,
All over
over
again.
again.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
So
your quarterback is like the centerpiece of your team. Like, you have to be able to build around them. Like, that's
Mm.
so important. Like, that's how you're gonna put the points on the board. Like,
Mm.
but the offensive scheme matters too. Like even like not to bring it back to the Bengals again, but like even though we have like such talented pieces, like I feel like Zach Taylor, first of all, needs to relinquish like play calling. I don't know why. I don't know if it's in his contract that he gets to call the plays, but like I feel like this past game they were like better, but there were certain points where I'm like, okay, it's 3rd and 2, it's 4th and 2. Why did you throw two like deep balls on that
Right.
play
Right.
when you just need like 2 yards? Like it's like love hate relationship, but it's
Mhm.
like yeah, you do need a good offensive scheme. Like what's his name for the Lions? Is his name like Ben Johnson or something? The offensive coordinator for
Yeah.
them.
Mhm.
He like has like a really good like Jared Goff was always like a pretty decent like quarterback. I mean,
Mhm.
he led a team to the Super Bowl, but like they really like play to his strength, and like the Lions offense looks like very 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 good.
Yeah, the Lions in general, like
No,
they
they
have
look
looked good
good. Yeah.
the past
Even
couple
Then they just
for
got who was the guy from the Browns? He plays on defense. I forgot his name. He's really good though.
oh
who they
I
picked up.
saw that. Even for like the Ravens too, they fired what's his name, Greg Roman.
Mhm.
And like Lamar, well, he was always good, but like I feel like they was like his offense like stagnated Lamar's like ability, and that's why people were like, oh, like he can't pass, da, 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 da. But like now, I feel like
Since
the offense now like unlocked him even better,
Oh
and he's
no, it did.
become like such a better passer.
Because he was
Lamar-
running a lot last year, and it
Mhm.
kind of seemed like forced.
Yeah,
Him and Zay Flowers though, that's a dynamic
yeah.
duo. Like, I
Yeah.
like seeing
Yeah.
them on the field together for real.
They have
Did
a
y'all
lot of
see-
weapons.
Did y'all see that? I think it was Saquon Barkley who did that jump over
Oh
somebody.
yeah, no,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
the backwards.
He like
yeah.
jumped over him back. I was like, how do you
No,
even?
that was crazy.
Yeah, eyes in the back of his head.
Yeah, that's crazy. But no,
Mm-mm.
it's a lot of interesting things going on in the NFL. We have some more weeks to go, but I know the NBA season did start recently, so
Ooh.
let's kind of make some preseason predictions. I know we kind of touched on it a little bit last time, but things may have changed. So let's go back to the MVP. So, what are our thoughts?
So
on
I
that?
have for MVP, like I think SGA is still
Mhm.
in the running. Early on, I feel like Kevin Durant as well. We were like talking about this the other day, but I feel like since like he was on the Warriors, like there's like a media like agenda like against Kevin Durant. And I also feel like this might be like weird, but I feel like part of Kevin Durant's hate comes from the fact that people feel like him joining the Warriors stole rings from LeBron low key.
Huh?
Yeah, I feel like that's where some of his hate comes from, because like everyone really felt like after they won that ring in 2016 that they was about to run through the league and win more. And
Yeah.
Kevin Durant going to the Warriors literally fucked all that up. So there's just been like a lot of animosity and hate towards him. They say he's sensitive, da da da. That may be true, whatever, but it's like they literally just decided like he can never win another MVP again, and I feel like that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I feel like there's some hidden agendas, but I don't think it's related to like LeBron.
I
don't,
do.
but
I do.
that's
LeBron about to retire.
I do.
Nah, I'm playing.
Because during that whole like era of him on the Warriors, he got so much unwarranted hate, at least in my opinion.
I mean, he did, but that also came with him like joining them after they
win.
pretty much beat them. So
Still,
I
it
think
doesn't
that's where a lot
matter.
of the hate really came from. Because people were like, "Oh, how could you do that?" And
But
I think that's the biggest thing that's held over his head in a sense.
But I feel like the super team precedent had already been set. It's like you had 3 players in their prime in the same conference on one team in Miami. So it's like, why does anything like that is the precedent? Like
there's
I feel
still
like
hate for that though.
I feel like if the big three in Miami never happened, like I feel like players wouldn't feel as like, oh my God, I need to team up, I need to chase rings. Like I really feel like in this era that started the need to like team up and join up with other players.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, you
But-
don't like super teaming? Yeah, I forgot.
No, I feel like if we're all in the NBA, we're the best players
Yeah.
in the world. We
That's the
need
best.
to play against each other and beat each other. Like Miami literally made the Eastern Conference during that time period literally like garbage. Like the East was so bad like during that time period. The biggest threat to Miami was an aging Celtics team and Paul
talking about the
George in Indiana, while the West was a juggernaut.
That's just true. For
Who do
me,
you
for my
have?
take,
Mhm.
y'all already know. Nah,
I'm about to say
I
no
have-
because
I
last
have about
time
3. I have about.
I
3
said
this
Jason
time.
Tatum, and he was like, "No, I don't think he's."
No,
gonna win."
it's the thing is, I mean, he definitely has been playing really well. You know, the start of
Mhm.
the season. So I'm like, yes, Jason Tatum, and I mean, I'm a Celtics fan, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that regardless. But
Right.
SGA for sure. And Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, I feel like he has a definitely like a big chance of potentially winning it.
Mhm.
He's I feel like he is a dynamic player on the court, but his attitude too, like he's just a vibe.
No,
Like
he
he just
is.
have y'all seen the
He has a
starting 5
persona.
on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
I have.
So basically, like when they introduced him, it was like LeBron James basically like, oh, he doesn't have a favorite player or he doesn't like anyone in the league or look at anyone in the league, and then it's Anthony Edwards afterwards, and he's basically saying the same thing, but he has like LeBron in the past, but he's basically
KD.
like I don't like anybody in the league. I don't look up to anybody in the league. So it was like his aura, like the way he is
Yeah.
as a player, like he come get this shit, like
like
I'm
he was
playing-
talking to KD in the playoffs, like
yeah, like he's a kid, but he is also like playing against his role models he's been
Yeah.
looked up to forever. So I think like he definitely has the skill set to win the award, but he also has room to grow. But if he's not a force this year, he's gonna be a force for several years to come.
Yeah.
I know it probably has to do with his past, but I think it's interesting how like people love that behavior from Anthony Edwards, but when it
Not from
comes
someone
to
else.
Ja,
Yeah,
they be like, he needs to shut up. Da, 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 da. But like he brings that same like charisma and that same attitude. I like Ja Morant.
I like Ja-
think
I like
the
Ja
Grizzlies
too.
can
Yeah.
be. I
Mhm.
think the Grizzlies can also be like pretty good too, like this season. But like
Mhm.
I always found that like interesting because Ja has literally the same like exact mentality too.
He does, but I think it comes with some of the things in the past, which
Yeah.
like we know
The lies.
some of the things
Mhm.
in the past where it's just kind of like, oh, okay, like
He's still
eh.
that guy.
No, he is him. Like I like Ja. I'm glad that he's back. Like
Did y'all
the
see that
NBA is
reverse-
better.
That
Yeah,
reverse,
too.
yes.
Yeah.
Like
no, he's
no, the
good.
NBA is better when he's playing. But
Yes,
for
sure.
me,
That's why they couldn't let him go.
Right. So for me, for my MVP picks, I know I said Jason Tatum. Sticking with that, Jokic is still playing like really good. He's had like triple doubles, I think, for a couple games, and we're only just getting started. And then Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah,
he's-
I saw that.
Yeah, I think Anthony Davis, he's had a really good start to the year. I honestly don't understand how he hasn't won like a defensive player of the year or any like major awards yet. I don't get that. And he gets a lot of criticism, and maybe it's warranted sometimes, but I do think that people be going too hard on him. But no, I think he should definitely be in the conversation right now with how he's playing. So
Oh yeah, they were because the Lakers they not all that, but there was one
not
game
too
where they
much.
had. I'm sorry, but he has been the reason why they stayed afloat for real,
No,
for real.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
his rating would be an A, and then everyone else,
But as it
LeBron
should
made
be though. I think
B
it.
minus,
Yeah.
and
But
then
I
everybody
think
C's.
they'll probably freeze like Joker out of winning MVPs for a minute.
Because
he won like 3 in like 4 or 5 years. So like I feel
Yeah.
like they gon'
Yeah.
they gonna
we
switch it up.
tired of giving him MVPs. But like the Nuggets bench is like
Trash.
not good
Yeah.
at all. So like
It's depleted.
yeah, the bench is not good. Aaron Gordon is gonna be out for a little bit, I think. So I'm interested to see how the Nuggets pan out. It seems like so quickly, like their window like closed.
Yeah. 'Cause
Very
they lost
fast.
like Bruce Brown, KCP, and like
Mhm.
KCP to me like that's
their
one of them
key.
rotational keystones. Like you put him on any team, like
It'd be good.
yeah, you got a good role player. You know what you're gonna get from him. So no, yeah, I think that's interesting. So
The Cavs are undefeated.
yeah,
I doubted them. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna lie. But it's like it's one thing to like be like, oh, like they will be like average to them starting off 10-0 and like they're winning by like a good margin. Like these aren't like super close games.
Even
Like
the
they
game last night, I
bro,
looked at
beat the
halftime. That
Warriors
thing
by
said
like
40.
they are eating. People were saying, oh, you need to trade either Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell. Like they can't play together, but like I feel like they've been making it work.
They figured
And
it
they
out
both
now.
look good together, but like I do still think they're like one piece away. Like I feel like their ceiling is like Eastern Conference Finals, second round, but like more so Eastern Conference Finals right now. Cause like Joel Embiid is out, so like the Sixers and I think Paul George came back, but like
He did.
Yeah.
the
But Maxi's out now, so
yeah, like the Sixers are like 1 and like or 2, like their record is like
Love.
really bad.
mhm.
The Knicks don't look as good. Well, I thought the cat trade was interesting.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Going back to that though, because we were talking about the money not making sense, but then when Cat left, like they offered Rudy like an extension, so I was just like, okay, so you have the money, so
yeah, but I guess they would rather do it on like a good defensive piece, and they gave other like players. Who else did they pay?
I think Nas Reed may have got paid if I'm not mistaken.
There was another guy,
Jaden
Daniels.
McDaniels.
Yeah, I think
I
they
think he did
extended
too.
him
Yeah.
too. So I can kind of see, like, I feel like the Wolves was trying to move off Cat for like a minute.
I feel like they
low-key.
were, but we'll have to get more into that. But yeah. So what do we think about Defensive Player of the Year then?
I guess we'll say Anthony Davis is
I'd
probably
say Anthony Davis and Ben
contender.
Adebayo.
Yeah, I feel like at least I hope they're done with giving Rudy Defensive Player of the Year awards for now. If the Warriors continue to be good and have good defense, I feel like Draymond Green probably or maybe. Usually it's like sometimes they say Bam, but like the Miami Heat are kind of
shaky.
Yeah.
shaky.
Before,
The Bucks are very bad.
mhm.
So
I
guess
think
it's
Lou
still up
Dort
in
could
the
also
air.
be in that conversation. Like he always usually makes
Mhm.
like an all defensive team. He'd be locking stuff up. So no, I feel like he could be in there, especially with how the season's starting off. I'm just like it's kind of up in the air, which we have a long way to go.
Oh,
so.
or Chet for the OKC is also could
That would
be
be a
a
bad one. Yeah.
contender.
Wemby.
Yeah,
He
if they keep it up, like I feel like
Wemby
it's still
went
early.
second last
but-
year.
Yeah, it's still early, but everyone is still.
Yeah, it's
time.
early. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
time for them to pick up their game.
So what's some surprisingly like good or bad teams that you've seen so far? Like as we get into the first 10 games, I guess, of the season.
Oh,
Cavaliers.
I'm proud of my Celtics.
Cavaliers.
I think the most surprising thing for me is the Bucks. Like, I don't think I ever had them starting off. What are they, like 1-7, 2-7? Like, they're really looking bad. And I'm just like, I know Chris Middleton isn't there, but you still have Giannis and Dame. Yes, Giannis was out, I think, a few games, but I'm still not understanding what's not clicking, which I kind of get what's not clicking, but
Giannis.
I feel like they're continuing the trend from last year. Like they start after they fired Adrian Griffin, which was kind of weird because their record was very, very good. I guess maybe the locker room didn't like him or something.
It was reported supposedly that Giannis and
but the team just
they
fell off a cliff from there. Yeah, they didn't. They were saying that Giannis didn't really like him like that. But yeah, they fell off a cliff from there, and I feel like they're continuing the trend. Like Dame wasn't really playing all that good since he's been with them, and it's like on paper you would think, oh my, when they made the trade, like I didn't think they should have traded for Dame in the first place, but like in the beginning I'm like, oh, it could work, like, you know, Dame to pass it to Giannis, he can open up the floor a little bit more, but like they just don't complement each other as well as you would think, and a lot of their players are like aging as well.
And plus, you give up Drew, who's like the cornerstone of defense. And,
for that team.
You don't really have that. You didn't bring in anyone. Like, yeah, they got Taurean Prince, which that in itself, I'm kind of like, okay, he went to the team. I guess they promised him minutes. He's starting, but he was on the Lakers and kind of doing the same thing where he had like playing 30, 20 minutes, but you have like 3 points. So it just doesn't make sense, like what they have on their roster. So I think that's my surprise.
I'm definitely surprised with the Cavaliers because I mean they're 10-0, and then you have us, the Celtics, right up under them, and then everyone else is same. It's a big gap between, you know, the winnings. Everyone else is 4 wins, and then we have 8, they have 10. Yeah. So I think like that's surprising.
No, yeah, that's what's surprising.
And the way they're playing, like they are gelling, and that's why I really like even like the Celtics too, like teams that have a lot of continuity, like they just play off of each other.
They know how to share the ball. Like if you have a team with, you know, shooters and they know how to share the ball.
They have perfect role players.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody knows their role.
Exactly. Everybody knows their strength and they know, and they play off chemistry. And the same thing with Cavaliers. I don't know what they've been doing.
They was really,
but they have been really cohesive in on the court. And I think it's just really like surprising. Like I didn't expect Cavaliers to be above the Celtics at all.
I did not expect them to be.
Which I mean, I think it was reported like there was something with their coach as well.
And they let go of JB Bickerstaff. But Kenny Atkinson. I always thought he was like a really good coach. Like when they let him go from the Nets for Steve Nash, I thought that was a very interesting. But they were saying like maybe like Kyrie and KD wasn't really vibing with him that well. But like,
though, because he was on the Warriors.
Yeah, he was on the Warriors staff, but he turned them around. Like I will say that like Bickerstaff, like he helped them get to this point, but like I'm glad that they like kind of knew the ceiling with him and like let him go. Like the Pistons are still not that good, but he has them looking better than like they did last
That's
year.
What I was gonna say. The Pistons, like I'm not surprised. Like they're not doing good, but they are competing, and I'm like,
they're
okay,
way better than they were last year. And it's so funny because like Monty Williams is getting a bag to
Big
not
bag.
even coach
Exactly.
But he's done that twice though, so I'm like,
let me go be a coach.
Well, he's actually coaching, I think, like at a high school team, I think now. But
getting the bag to do something for fun.
Exactly. Because that contract that he getting with the high school ain't doing it. Ain't that's just a little chump change.
Like
he probably said, "I'll take this for free."
Exactly.
He'll probably do it for free.
I would love to be a fired head coach in the NBA.
No, for real, and have a.
They got my dream
They
job.
be like, "Oh, I'm just weighing my decision. No, I'm at home. I'm relaxing, getting the bag."
That's how Bill Belichick was. They started to pay him millions of dollars.
Oh, he's still getting paid?
Well, no, it was just after that one.
Oh, okay.
He had one more year left. Okay. But that's like that was like what we were talking about in baseball. Like if Shohei Ohtani decides to bounce, the Dodgers has to pay every dime. They got to pay it every.
He doesn't have to fulfill the contract.
No. I'm saying if there was like later on and there was a conflict or something and he didn't fulfill it, then yeah. But yeah, he has to.
Oh, okay.
That would be a lot of money.
No,
But yeah, them
yeah,
payouts be
that's
something serious.
especially with him. He like I think put the money or
Yeah, it's
opted to get the
deferred.
money.
Yeah, so he has
Yeah.
deferred contract. So like half, he don't get the other
Mhm.
half yet. So you get it like a later date.
Right. No, that's interesting.
They got the money for it.
Yeah, so with all the surprises in the NBA, and a lot of fun things to come. I know we did have one of the music legends pass away this week, Quincy Jones. So just
Rest in power.
He did everything.
Mm-hmm.
Thriller,
Yes, composer. That is a
Stanford and Son theme song, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Mhm.
Frank Sinatra. Like he's literally is like Black history.
Yes, he has played a
Black
role in a
musical
lot of people's
history. I also
journeys.
just found out that he did like the score for Kill Bill when it's like that alarm
Yeah,
like ringing
that's what I'm
sound.
saying. Yes,
that
that's,
like
he's a
surprised
composer.
me.
Like
Yeah.
people don't even know. Like he did so much like background work, and it's just
Very
crazy.
sad. But he lived a long and like full life.
Mm-hmm.
Not protect, but I will be so sad whenever Stevie Wonder
Oh my, let's not even get
leaves us.
Not even think about that.
No, for real though. Sad.
yeah. And while we're talking about like the music industry and the greats in the music industry, I know the Grammy nominations were released yesterday, so let's kind of just briefly go through a few. So I know Best Rap Performance, they have Cardi B, Enough, Doechii, which I think y'all put me on her yesterday. I haven't really listened to her,
No,
but
she's really good.
I'm gonna have to
Doechie's
tap
really
in.
good, yeah.
Oh, Doechii, okay.
She's really good.
Yeah.
And then Like That, Future and Metro Boomin, Yeah, Glorilla, and then Not Like Us. So who do y'all have?
That's for the
Not Like
song?
Us.
Best Rap Performance.
Not Like Us. When it comes to rap categories, Not Like Us might do
A
a
sweep.
sweep.
Yeah.
Song of the Year, I feel like Not Like Us can be in contention, but there's a Billie Eilish song in it, and Billie Eilish is like a
Very
Grammy
popular.
sweetheart, so like
Yeah.
I could see her winning it, but like Kendrick Lamar's definitely going home with something.
Yeah, so he could potentially win.
And this is hip
Best
hop.
Rap Song, Best Rap Performance. Let's see. Yeah, like you said, Song of the Year as well. So
They
yeah, I
said
think-
Kendrick can't make a song for the club, and look what he did. Look what happened. They Not Like Us.
I think the interesting one for me, the melodic rap performance. So they have the Kalani song, "We Still Don't Trust You," by Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, Big Mama. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like against
And then
Kalani, I feel like that has a lot of streams, like because the
That
kids.
is.
I feel like
song.
it's
We
very-
Still Don't Trust You though. Yeah.
With The Weeknd, I like his little singing part on that song is so good.
Yeah.
I feel like for like our age group, we would pick that one, but
the Kalani one.
I don't know.
'Cause
I feel like
was
it
really
hit.
big.
No, it
like,
was, especially
blew
on
up.
TikTok.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like streaming wise, I feel like that would probably take the cake.
Yeah.
But We Still Don't Trust You. Big Mama too.
I
mean, they like.
get it.
I like it, but I don't think that it'll beat out the Kalani or the We Still Don't Trust You. Which the Kalani one I was surprised about because I was like, I liked it on TikTok,
liked
but
it.
Grammy is big. Like
I mean,
a
Best
nomination
rap
for
album.
it. I wasn't expecting that, but
I need J. Cole to
It's
get a
nice.
Grammy.
he has.
Let's be realistic.
He's
He's-
on.
he's
He's
on here
actually
for
best rap album. Yeah.
So at least he got a nomination.
Against who else?
We Don't
Eminem,
Trust You is on there too by Future and Metro Boomin.
Yeah,
and
Eminem. Doechii and Common.
It's like because it's the Grammys and
I'm okay with
industry
the nomination.
politics, I feel like Eminem will win.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't, but like I could see him winning it.
Mhm.
I feel like We Don't Trust You should win.
I need.
I would like that. I would like We Don't Trust You because
That
I like
album
that
was
album. And I love some
good.
Future and Metro Boomin.
Best country album. I'm sorry, Beyonce.
I
What y'all
didn't
think?
even listen to Cowboy Carter.
I didn't listen.
I
I'm
think I
not
listened to
gonna
a couple
lie.
songs, but yeah. So
Mhm.
we'll have to catch back up on who won these awards. But We have talked about a lot. Talked about the NFL season, what's left to come, and then NBA and players we're excited to see. So yeah, thanks for tuning in to another episode, and hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe at 3 Charm Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So yeah,
Bye, cousin.
Sayonara.
bye.